What's up everybody, it's KelseeBrianaJai here with a video using the new Becca and Jaclyn Hill collaboration eyeshadow palette. This palette is called the Champagne Collection Eye Palette and it has 5 beautiful colors in here. And as soon as I got it, I was like, I gotta do my traditional golden neutral eye and see how these shadows hold up. It comes with 5 eyeshadows, like I said. It comes housed in a mirrored gold case, and this is my kind of packaging because if you know me, you know I love anything gold, rose gold of the sort mirrored. So boom. Pause. So major interruption to your regularly scheduled program. Jaclyn Hill just announced via Snapchat that the Champagne Collection Eye Palette will no longer be available. According to her, people were leaving negative comments over the palette, saying that the palette is dry and patchy, totally different from Becca's usual eyeshadow formula, and Jaclyn agreed. She says that she was very hands-on with the face palette, but the eyeshadow palette was mainly created by Becca. The only shade she created in the eye palette was Champagne Toast. This palette was produced in a different lab, and as a result, the palette was released in a subpar formula. The palette is now being eliminated from the release due to Jaclyn and her fans' wishes. Becca is 100% apologetic, and anyone who is dissatisfied can get a refund. Jaclyn stated that she originally thought her palette was good, but the formula is inconsistent, causing there to be a split opinion on the quality of the eyeshadow formula. I decided to still upload this video as a reference for anyone who is still interested in the palette. I also wanted to note that I did exchange my palette, and my newest palette is dry, unlike my first palette. You can tell the difference in the swatches that I provided in this video and the eye look that I created in this video. The eye look was done with my original palette, and my original palette was cracked, and the swatches were done with the new palette. This is disappointing to all, but at least Jaclyn and Becca were honest enough to address the situation and not pretend that everyone is crazy. Although my new palette is dry, I still respect a company that has values and stands behind their products. Please continue to watch this video to see how this palette performs for yourself. This video is still filled with tips and tricks despite the drama. Woo! Okay, pause. Right up my alley. On the back it does have the names of them. The names of them are as follows: Chardonnay, Champagne Toast, Cordial, Cognac, and Bordeaux. And then it does have a mirror on the inside, and the packaging itself is just super reflective, and I think it's gorgeous. And of course it has the eyeshadows arranged from lightest to darkest, and then it does have 3 satiny matte eyeshadows with 2 shimmers. I feel like they did a good job, like just really overall capturing the essence of her, because when I look at this palette, these definitely look like colors that I see her use a lot on her channel. So I feel like the palette is a good representation of her and things that she likes. And this eyeshadow palette, I believe, is like $54 or so. I'll have the exact price down below, and I will also have a link to where you can buy it. But this is limited edition, so if you want it, definitely get it whenever you can get your hands on it. It is coming out in stores June 16th. We'll go ahead and insert swatches right before the video. So after this, make sure you stay tuned for swatches, and then after that I will go ahead and have a tutorial for this look. So I hope that you guys enjoy. Make sure you thumbs up this video, comment, subscribe, tell a friend. Everything that you do, I 100% appreciate it. So let me know if what you think about this palette, or if you plan on getting it, or if you're like, I may pass. Let me know down in the comment section. Comments are my favorite part of the videos. So enjoy this video, and I'll talk to you guys later. Firstly, I'm going to apply my base. I'm using Soft Ochre Paint Pot by MAC. It is a nice yellow toned neutral lid shade. I'm putting this down. This is going to make our eyeshadow pop even more. So try to apply it as evenly as you can. I am using the Marc Jacobs, the Conceal brush, to evenly distribute this product over my entire lid. So make sure that this is evenly distributed because the Jaclyn Hill palette does not come with a color that is beigey to set it. Okay, so guys, I'm not a big drinker, so I don't really know how to pronounce this right here. I think it is called Cordial or Cordial. I'm not 100% sure. Somebody let me know in the comment section, please. But it is like this mid-tone, dusty, rosy brown color. And I'm going to apply this right here in my crease with a 217 brush. So this is going to be my first transition color. So as you can see, I'm taking it right here and using circular motions, I'm going to buff this product right here, a little bit above my crease rather, as my first transition color. On my complexion, it almost looks a bit pink, very mauvey. So same thing. And the reason why I'm applying this here is because this is going to help our eyeshadow look a little bit more blended. So we're just going to keep buffing. On camera, it looks like I blend for a short amount of time, but honestly, I edit out a lot of blending steps that I do. So blend for as long as you feel that you need to. You just want to make sure that your eyeshadow look is very seamless. So if you need to go back over certain steps, or if you need to spend a little bit extra time blending, that's fine. Don't think that you're doing it wrong. I feel like you can't blend too much. Even if some of the product starts to buff away, just add a little bit more, and then it's going to give you a really nice, seamless, professional looking eye makeup application. So right underneath that, we're going to use Cognac, and this one is a mid-tone brown color. I'm just dipping the same brush into this eyeshadow, and then right below Cordial, I'm going to start carving out the crease. So be careful not to over apply this like on top of the color that we did. You just want to lightly lay it on the very end of the color. So don't apply it over the color. We still want to make sure that all the colors have fair enough exposure. So just right underneath, and as you see, I'm not really buffing it as much. I'm just kind of pressing it into the crease and then going back and forth. And the first color, I just swirled it, so that made it disperse a little bit different. So just back and forth. And so far so good. I feel like these eyeshadows are blending out really pretty. A lot of times when I apply my first transition color, I just use the full brush, but then when I apply the second transition color, I get a little bit on the side of the brush, and then I just press it and almost like lay it and drag it, and I feel like it blends so pretty. And it's okay if you get a little bit like on your lid area, because we're going to cover that up with a lid color, so don't worry about that. So next, switching to the shade that Jaclyn Hill said that she made herself, Champagne Toast, which is this very nice sparkly mid-tone brown color. Reminds me a lot of MAC Woodwinked. So I'm going to take that with a flat shader brush, press the brush into the actual product, tap off the excess, and then begin to press it on the lid. Where you apply this product matters, because you don't want to go too far over the crease. You want to actually marry it to where you applied your transition color in the crease, but you don't want to go over it. So I'm just patting it in this space. So as you can see on this eye, I have a little bit like of space, so I'm going to apply this eyeshadow like right in here just to clean up that area. So you can go over this a few times and layer it just to build the intensity. And I'm using patting or packing motions, and this is going to give us the most color payoff of an eyeshadow. So next, I have a little bit of this on my brush, so I'm going to spray some Fix Plus to further intensify it. So here's my brush, and here's the Fix Plus, so you can see it in the camera, but Fix Plus about this far away, and then I'm going to spray it, because you don't want the Fix Plus to be right up on the brush to make the product soaking wet. You just want to slightly dampen it, and then I'm going to go right on top of where I first applied the eyeshadow to intensify it, because I want the glitter to be a little bit more shimmery, a little bit more foiled like. So when you spray the brush with Fix Plus, it just steps it up just a bit so you can see the difference. And then going back on top, I like to set it, and I feel like this gives you the highest color payoff. So I do a layer of dry shadow, then I wet the brush and then do wet eyeshadow, and then I go back on top with more dry eyeshadow just to set it. And this is all unnecessary. You could have stopped at the first step, but I wanted to give a little bit more drama because this is just a basic gold eyeshadow, so I did want to make it a little bit more intense. So you can either leave the eyes like how they are now, or you can add a little bit more drama like what I want to do. This is just a nice basic everyday gold eyeshadow look. You can add a little bit of liner, mascara, boom, you're done. Or you can take it to the next level and you can smoke it up. You can add a little bit more of a lighter shade to really give a nice inner tear duct highlight like I'm going to do, and just really make the look a little bit more dramatic. So to further dramify my eyes, I'm going to take this color right here, and it is a nice wine shade. It is called Bordeaux, and I'm going in with a different fluffy brush. This one is the 221. This one is a smaller, more tapered version of the 217, as you can see. So the 221 is going to allow us to do a little bit more detailed work in the crease, or you can use this to really buff out products on the bottom lash line, which I see a lot of people love to do that. So for now, I'm going to take this brush and apply it in this product, and I'm going to apply this right here in the crease because I want this to be more intense, more dramatic. And I'm just going right here on the very outer edge, and I'm buffing upwards. So I'm not just going straight like this. I'm slightly kind of moving my hand in a motion to where the product just slightly buffs out. But I don't want to get it everywhere. I don't want to cover up all the product that we put here. So I still want all the other shades to still peek through, but I do want this one to blend with it. So I'm not taking this all the way in. I'm going to get a good stopping point about right here to where it naturally fades. But once you start applying the products, apply a little bit at a time. You'll see like how intense you want it to be, and that way you can stop, because you can always add to a look. It's just really difficult to take away. So, and depending on how you want the look, so a lot of people like a very sharp edge, and a lot of times I do that and I do my concealer last. Or if you want more of a smoked out edge, then you'll take just the brush and then just start to just really smoke out the very end of the eyeshadow look to just where it fades away. It all depends on your personal preference on how your eye shape is and how you want your makeup to appear for the day. So again, same thing on the other side. So now I'm going to take this same brush and same color and then really start to buff this out on my lower lash line. So take your time with this. It depends on like how big of area you have underneath your eye, because if you have really small eyes then you may not want to do this, but if your eyes are bigger, then honey, you can make some things twerk. You feel me? Okay, so that's intense, but not as intense as I thought it was going to be. It took a lot of building to get Bordeaux to really show up on the lower lash line like how I really wanted it to. So you may want to just go in with just like a flat shader brush and then just really press it, because I feel like that'll give you a higher color impact in a shorter amount of time. So then I want to add a little bit of high shine. So I definitely am going to take the lightest color in the palette, which is Chardonnay, which is a really nice white yellow gold. And I love these shades. Reminds me a lot of MAC Nylon. And I know that that is one of Jaclyn's favorite colors. So I'm not really surprised that she made her own variation of that color, since it is super popular too. So I'm just going right underneath the very high arc of my brow and gradually adding that color in with a fluffy brush. So I'm not overdoing it, but I do want that color to be prominent underneath, and I want to make sure that it blends with all the other eyeshadows. And then on the very inner corner, I'm going to add the same exact color with a very small detail brush. This one is the Tom Ford number 15 brush. And I'm using this brush and just really packing this color on because I want the inner corners to be super intense and highlighted. Yes. Okay, I feel slightly played because my eyeshadow is so soft. It's like broken. It's so broken. So then I'm going to go in with this same shade right underneath. I'm going to go in with a little bit of black eyeliner. I'm using the classic Inglot number 77, but mine is slightly dried out, so I bought some Inglot Duraline that you're going to see in my next haul video. I'm going to do a light coat of mascara. So now I'm going to do a little bit of eyeliner. This is the Marc Jacobs Highliner. And I'm putting that right on my waterline. And then a little bit of bottom mascara. This is the MAC Extended Play Giga Black Lash. And then for lashes, these are my leftover like 2s. I actually wore these once. These lashes are not really good for reusing. You can wear them like once and then they start like getting foolish. So lashes on. I'm going to go ahead and do my cheeks. Of course, I'm going to use her new palette that also came out with this collection. So I already have on a little bit of contour. I'm using MAC's Sculpt here. So I'm just going to add a little bit of highlighter and blush. So for highlighter, I'm going to go ahead and mix Champagne Pop and Prosecco Pop. Uh-oh, it is storming so bad outside. I hope that you guys cannot hear that. But you probably can. And then for blush, I want to go in with Amaretto. Not as scary as she looks in the pan, I'll tell you that way. So I was like debating, what should I do for my lips? And then I asked myself, WWJD, what would Jaclyn do? She would do a nude. So I'm going to go in with Cork Lip Liner by MAC. A little bit of Sis lipstick. And then of course a little bit of gloss. Because this is a dang on Jaclyn Hill video. Who are we kidding here? This one is NARS Striptease. And I feel like my face looks nice, but I want to like make everything just look normal, not powdery. So I'm going to go in with a few spritzes of Fix Plus. And this is it. Final looks. I love it. Final thoughts on the palette. The palette is nice. I hate that mine has crumbled. I probably am going to exchange it because I already know it's going to break. I already see the starts of it breaking, but nice palette overall. So I hope that you guys enjoyed this tutorial, and make sure you subscribe, thumbs up this video, and leave me a comment down in the comment section, and I'll talk to you guys later. Smooches. Bye.